Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here I'll explain how to stop the catfish business. The catfish breeding may be an alternative to choice if it is to run a business. For a lot to catfish can do for a living. This is because the catfish are the kind of fish capable of living in densely populated pool environment. Additionally, feed given to the catfish can have a quick effect on the catfish body condition, resulting in rapid growth. While it may look easy, it is important to know how a true catfish can cultivate. Because the catfish are a fairly unusual breed for fish, the catfish is a kind of nocturnal fish. Furthermore, the catfish also has the cannibalistic properties, which also has the ability to eat other fish. This is hardly surprising, for the catfish is a carnivore. Surprising for the catfish, carnivore fish. That's why the method of breeding catfish wrongly cause failure and fail to reap the desired result. Well, to discuss more on how a true catfish can be cultivated, in my opinion. On the one, the preparation of a catfish pool. The first way the catfish can cultivate is by setting up catfish that will be used pool for the catfish themselves. There are many varieties. Some pools are commonly used in the cultivation of catfish, such as lamb pool, caiman pool, star pool, flotation net, and tail. From each of these pools has to own distinct strength and weakness, especially when viewed in the light of business. But the choice of pond does not make the use of the catfish suitable for your condition. Better yet, before deciding which pool the use, consider some factors such as the environment, the available of labor, and the resources you have. On the two, selecting a catfish feed seed. After the initial harvesting of the catfish, the success or failure of the catfish breeding also depend on the quality of the catfish seed. Ensure that the catfish seed are delivered is a practically healthy type of seed. There are several characteristics of a healthy catfish seed, such as she moves fast, no injuries or defect in the body, free from pathogens, normal swimming movement. Now the swimming moves. You can position the seed in the current when the catfish challenge the direction of a current of water and can survive. The swimming movement of the seed is normally worse for their own seed. Normally catfish seed are 5 to 5 centimeter 5 in long. Then before the seed is spiked into the pond, it is wise to make two lignature adjustment. First, how to adapt the environment by putting the seed and the container used in the pond. Then give it 15 minutes before the catfish will adapt to its new environment. Then till the bin and let the catfish or be sold. This adjustment process and necessary as the seeds environment may vary in temperature additions. It also serves to lower the stress level of the catfish. On the tree delivering catfish alluded to at the beginning of the article, the catfish is a carnivorous fish. That's why the catfish feed is recommended to have an abundance of animal protein. Typically, the nutritional value of catfish requires 30% protein, fat of 4 to 6%, carbohydrates of 15 to 20%, vitamin and mineral. However, the variety of pellet sold on the market generally has a nutritional value. So just pick the ones that suit the most need. The catfish alone daily feed 3 to 6% of its weight. Then make sure you weigh in every 10 days. Just take some fish samples. This is to do the process of adjusting the amount of feed that need to be given. On the average delivery of catfish food 4 to 5 times a day. The time spent on food, day, afternoon, or night. But since the catfish is a nocturnal animal, it is recommended to feed more in the evening. Also, you may feed others than pellet that act as additional feed. You could buy an unworthy fish of a fish auction, or if it's hard to get it, can make more feed out of maggots and dregs. Additionally, corns and chicken waste can be given, but first there is a need to be prepared On the 4, note the quality of the pool water. It is often forgotten when the breeding of catfish. Always ensure that the water's quality is kept awake and avoid an endless clutter of wasted food, because the endless load of feed give us a risk to a gas of ammonia or hydrogen or sulfide. If the gas had been generated, if would normally have been stretched. The solution then is to remove 1/3 of the water below, fill it with new matter. As for the frequency of drainage, depend on the custom when feeding. If food is left on after delivery, then water change should be made more frequently. On the 5, do pest and disease control. There are some kind of pests on catfish. The first is snake, sero, linsang, water ferret, and bird, and the other pests are considered like the mujair. What can be done to prevent the pests? By installing sheep in and out of the water, and installing fences around a pond. But the seeds that regularly descend on catfish, which is protozoa, bacteria, and virus. This is because such microorganisms are potentially causing death. Characteristic of infected catfish in the presence of white spot, the catfish abdomen, and the branch of head and tail wound. That's why it's important to control the quality of the pool water. Additionally, it's important to control the temperature of the pool. On the 6, the process of harvestment catfish normally within 2.5 to 3.5 months. The catfish be found to 8 to 11 from each kilogram. But there is a catch before harvesting the catfish. That is 24 hours before the catfish is harvested. It's best not to fill the catfish. This is so the catfish won't poop when the catfish in load. Then don't forget to do sorting by size. The would have a considerable effect on the catfish selling price. Hopefully, by raising the catfish in various ways, it can increase its commercial profit. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.